Yeah, I know how we starting this shit off.
Maybach music.
Let's get it, man.
He sampled a lot of classics on
We
this.
got
Like he
Act
just
going.
sampled MC
You
Shan, like the bridge, the
piggyback off Act.
bridge, the bridge, the bridge. He's been doing that a lot on this
Talking about J.
second
Cole
half.
fall off. Let's see what Act talking about.
We're finally at the last track here, people. It's called Ocean Way. This is the bonus. This is the last track on the double disc. J. Cole, The Fall Off. If you guys don't know, it's a double disc. Disc 1 is tentatively titled as Disc 29, and Disc 2 is tentatively titled as the last track on the album, the project, is Ocean Way. Before we even get into it, remember, he rapped earlier about being free. It's important to note, and you could see these things via Spotify here. So I want to make sure you guys could, take note of these things. Hold on 1 second, right here. Okay, cool. You'll notice it says this album is 2026 Cold World Inc.
Fuck no, we ain't
under
noticed that.
exclusive license to Interscope Record. I want to be very clear to you. There's a conversation to be had later on. I don't want to bring it up now because it might be a little bit controversial. But I hope you guys understand what is currently happening.
Yeah.
J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, they're both in unique situations where they're pretty much independent in whatever they want to call it, whether it's PG Lang or just Cole World. And they're just literally licensing to UMG. Now, that's
Basically, what I'm put up. Basically, Cole copped out of the beef. Now these niggas want to act like they bosses. They want to say Cole want to be like, oh, I want to be a boss. Now I want to pull out my own shit. Kendrick doing his own thing, putting out PG Lane, putting his little clothing line out, putting his merch out. Everybody want to be bosses.
that's a little bit different strategy from their counterpart, which is obviously we know Aubrey, Drake, Graham. And if we look at Drake,
What the fuck we mentioning the Drake name for? Why this man name gotta come up?
stuff in his last release, which what's the last release of Drake?
Oh my god.
Let's look at what do I miss?
You put Drake
You're
up
gonna
there
realize
since we need talking about Drake.
It's slightly different.
Put the six guy up there since we talking about Drake.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a
Come on,
widow,
man, that's crazy.
and my husband Ryan died when he was 35 years old.
What can I about that husband dying at 35? God forbid.
From what I've heard, it's just different for many different reasons. But you'll see 2025 OVO.
We got
Drake
the six guy
back
up
in,
here.
I believe 2018, or maybe it was 2020. His renegotiation. He owns a part of his masters for everything putting out. So that's why you're gonna see OVO. So he puts out his own the portion of the masters he puts out. He's gonna put out under OVO, which actually is previously was a Sony company. I'm not too sure where OVO is under these days. But then you're gonna see the exclusive license to Republic Records, which is a division of UMG. What I'm trying to say is that all three artists, Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, they all kind of have like this similar, career arc where they're not in traditional record deals anymore. Some might say maybe Drake is the only.
Truth be told, Drake way past these niggas. These niggas can't fuck with Drake. I ain't gonna lie. Drake past Michael Jackson, if you ask me. Drake out of there.
One in anything traditional or somewhat traditional, but it's because he's trying to get $1 billion. You get what I'm saying? He's trying to get 600 million. Kendrick and Cole seem to be, doing a different version of this, but that's a conversation to be had later on. Anyway,
Nigga talking about Drake trying to get 600 million. You fuck niggas even know what that mean, man. This man trying to get 600 M.
right. Let's get back to the last track on the project. It's called Ocean Way, and we'll get into other conversations afterwards. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys do keep rating what you think about the project, and we'll have a conversation afterwards. What do you think of both discs? 12 songs on 29 and 12 songs on 30.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even hit a J. Cole album. I know the shit trash. Once you backed out of that beef with Kenny, I got out of that shit.
39.
I don't want to
You guys
listen to
let me
J.
know in the
Cole
chat.
anymore.
People, there we have it. That is the complete album of J. Cole, The Fall Off. I'm pretty sure you guys.
Look, his shit was so weak. Act didn't even play this shit on stream. You know that shit was weak.
We'll have a lot of opinions about it. I'll also tell you, because I've learned this about myself, my hot takes will not come tonight, honestly. So if you guys want me to, after sitting here for 2 hours, be like, this shit was trash, or if you want to, it's just not gonna happen. I told you guys, I'm not one of the best listeners of music on first listen. I usually go back, listen to particular songs. I then look at lyrics. I start looking up samples. I kind of do a lot more to kind of really get that appreciation. So, I heard a lot of good things tonight, but I mean, I could have some initial critiques, but I might be wrong later on, right? Like, obviously, I'm like, I want to address certain shit. I think he alluded to certain things. I'm not sure if he addressed everything. This was I could tell it's a personal album. This was not the album for maybe the likes of me who came into this saying, hey, J. Cole, we're saying A, B, C, and D about you. You better.
J. Cole? Man, when the last time you heard a nigga say J. Cole? No, real shit. Nobody don't listen to J. Cole, man.
Answer us. I don't think this was the project for that. Could be wrong. But, based on what I listened to, he was true to.
You see who I got up there? Right there? I got Kung Fu Kenny up there. I don't want to hear shit about no goddamn J. Cole.
Story. He was true to his vision. And again, remember I told you I appreciate the fact that he was putting his album out based on what he said in that letter. Not gonna lie, it looked like he kind of accomplished that. So for me to judge it initially based on maybe my expectations, that wouldn't be fair. So I'm kind of looking at it like that. What's the dirt? What do you think about this?
Are you researching dental implants?
There's a lot of dental offices that'll talk about doing the keeping the day process. A lot of times what they mean is they'll do the surgery.
Production's crazy on it. Like
okay.
The whole way, right? Crazy. 10 out of 10 for production. I'll just say that off top. But yeah, there's a huge difference in the two discs, right? They're completely different. Disc one is definitely way more upbeat, I would say, right? But yeah, I'm like you, bro. I gotta wait and sit with it and do exactly what you talked about, right?
And also, some of the genius is probably not just like blatantly apparent, right? Like, some of the genius, we're talking about one of the best artists in the world, right? Like, I've seen people trying to do it with lesser artists, but like, no. Oh, sorry. It's only when you're dealing with a top tier artist you could be like, oh, maybe they meant 4 other things, right? Like nobody's listening to Boss Man D-Lo and be like, yo, maybe he's no. Whatever he said is what he's talking about. But when you're dealing with some of these high end artists, some of these like really the GOATs,
man, that nigga just tried D-Lo. That nigga just tried D-Lo, man. That nigga said when you dealing with some of these high end artists, what you trying to say? D-Lo ain't no high end artist? Like that, my nigga.
Yeah, they're really calculated. They're really, the precision is pretty good, and you have to understand what they're doing, and also give the artist a chance to paint the Picasso that they're trying to present. That's why I'm gonna take some time to kind of like check this out.
All Act saying is he's stalling on what the nigga album fire not. He's stalling. All you gotta do is say the nigga album trash. If it's good, it's good. He's stalling though. He don't want to say, oh, the nigga album. I guess he don't like J. Cole for whatever reason. I think because that nigga J. Cole ain't him and K-Dot. That's why I got K-Dot stepping on shit.
So for anyone who was expecting me to give some definitive view to go viral on Fearbug tonight, again, because I do think this is very valuable. I'm it's not gonna happen. But any other takeaways? What's it there?
No, clearly it's like an ode to hip hop too, right? He's sampling a lot. He's making a lot of references, interpolations. Like it's a clear ode to hip hop in the purest sense, right? So I'm excited to look into it, bro. There's a lot of tracks like the Biggie Tupac one. That one will be cool to break down. I think he's kind of alluding to really just how bad beef could get when it's fueled by the media and stuff like that, right? I think he touches on a few things like that on the album. So I'm definitely hyped to break it down, right?
Interesting. Yeah, obviously there's a lot of like nuances and like subtle
First of all,
topics.
First of all, white boy, we don't need you to break nothing down about no motherfucking hip hop. Go break down some motherfucking paperwork or something.
Of conversation that I felt like he
they all trying to come in here talking about what they can break down. Oh, nigga, we don't need your opinion on breakdown. Good way to goddamn curve that question like, nah, nigga, I don't need you to break shit down.
Allowed to linger. And yeah, no, I'm with you. I hope those things come to fruition in terms of the conversations that we're having. And again, this is where people like you like really shine. So, that's dope.
Yeah, keep striving, fuck nigga. Yeah, act like nah. I don't need you to break it down. Strive. What's wrong with you?
Oh, real
Cook
quick.
that nigga act.
Real quick. I know. First of all, I know you never streamed that long, so for you even be on here, oh shit, fuck, for this long. Let me see.
No, I'm cool, man. I'm good.
Hold up, chat. Hold up.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been stopped listening to J. Cole. As soon as he did that whack ass shit. Oh, I don't want to be in a rap
This isn't
battle.
just a wallet, it's a rare
nigga,
find.
what you
There's
mean?
something different about owning something almost nobody else
How you gonna
has.
say you
That's
the
why
big
when
three
Rich
or
dropped
big can't be big nothing.
Did you hear the
when you
deluxe?
scared? I don't give a fuck how good you rap. I stopped listening to your rap.
Hear this?
What the luck?
Oh shit, fuck.
Don't call me no greatest. Them guys you saying are great makes that an understatement. Fuck them haters, double agents.
Oh, you had Drake on them?
15 years of my soul.
Oh,
Oh, I might go listen to that shit after this.
What is that? I was working all day. Is that you got? Was that on release?
Yo,
was that Drake?
Yo, I gotta give an apology to Drake. Yo, Drake's mad at me now.
You got Drake on that bitch?
Drake. I don't even want to say what he said. Yo, Drake is tight at me. And people are gonna think this is a play, but Drake Loki's mad at me.
Well, fuck, he's going off right away,
Damn.
bro.
No,
Just wait.
no,
Just say that one more time.
Hold on. This has nothing to do with This has nothing to do with Cole.
No, I know it doesn't, but it's just he's talking.
Yo,
he's
Drake
talking
is tight at me. Yo, Drake, I love you. You know what's so funny? Cause like when y'all see me on the phone earlier, cause like Drake isn't that happy about it. I know somebody I'm like, no, Drake sent it to you. He definitely didn't send it to me.
Subscribe. You see that subscribe shit right now?
I thought it was
me
dope,
on that bitch. Subscribe,
right?
motherfucker.
Like I was sitting on a few things, you know what I mean?
Fuck all that
And I was
watching
like,
shit.
tonight's
Right,
the night.
subscribe.
You know what?
Oh,
Baby up.
stop. Tonight's a hip hop night.
Baby going up.
And I was like, you know what? We're
Y'all
getting
ain't
some
streaming
Cole.
yet. Y'all better
I think
start,
people
nigga.
might want to know what the boy got going on.
Yes, sir.
Fucking played it. He was not happy.
Nigga, we up this year,
not
nigga.
happy.
You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
but that's
We
what's
going up.
next,
That's all
right?
you need
Like,
to hit.
Not happy,
Hey,
bro.
when I really go to Rockin', I hear that.
Maybach music.
I put Fat Boy up there, I put Ross up there, hit that.
Maybach music.
We rockin' and fucking
No,
rolling,
absolutely.
nigga. What?
No, absolutely.
Nigga,
but,
we
like,
all strong around this bitch.
Yo, can you play that one more time?
Act, man,
I mean,
get to the point, man.
like, you know what's so
I'm
funny?
finna have
It's
fun
like,
with this shit.
so
So
like,
I ain't even gonna count.
there's a Dirk song that got
I can
leaked.
talk all the shit I want to talk,
Loki Dirk's team sent it to me, but then he got locked
and I
up.
can just talk shit.
And I never really got permission to tease it, but they kind of did because there was a little
I'm gonna fast forward through Act a little bit because he's just talking.
song.
I'll tell you the narrative. I'll tell you the narrative.
What?
Okay, here's gonna be the narrative.
Yeah.
Drake got you to play that snippet to
Yeah.
step on Cole's album. That's the narrative. To try and
That ain't the narrative, white boy. You just made that shit up in your head. What the fuck you talking about?
get him in the conversation. That's what people are gonna say.
Okay. Here's the truth about that. I made that call. I had this snippet for about 4 days.
Cook these niggas act.
You know how I got it. I won't mention, but I said, hey, I wasn't gonna play it. Tonight comes up. I'm like, this is a hip hop night. We're not talking about Blueface squabbling with NLE Choppa. This is like a hip hop night. I'm like, I'm gonna play this snippet and really like kind of like start some conversation of course I'm not asking Drake. But here's the thing though, they're gonna say Drake sent it to me and Drake told me to play it. I'm telling you, like I got this, I've seen the correspondence between him and us.
Him and
like,
us.
well,
And he's
him,
like,
him and
what the
us,
fuck did I-
and he's like, Drake doesn't.
Basically, that nigga Drake still watching all these niggas. He still taking shots at J. Cole like, yo, nigga, I dropped one nigga. I heard your album coming out. Yo, let me drop some shit. Yo.
You've done this a few times though, but like other times you probably got to go ahead, right?
And you got niggas like at working for him, so.
They I owe it to hip hop, right? Like, of course, that's my man. So I'm not like trying to fuck his album up. And like one thing I've learned about Drake, like I remember with the he had a song I believe with Roddy Ricch, and because the thing got leaked, he didn't put it out. Like he was vehemently like, I'm not putting that song out. There's a song with him and Roddy Ricch. And I think Roddy was like, "Yo, let's put it out. I don't care if it's leaked." And Drake was just like, "I'm not putting it out because it's leaked. Let's do a new song." So like for me, like I'm not trying to leak a full Drake song, 100%. Now, granted, I get the position I'm in, like, and I think Drake fans are gonna hate me because they're like, "Aren't you Drake's friend?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm cool with Drake, but I'm also a hip hop media personality. Like, if I get the fucking thing, I'm supposed to put it out. I'm not supposed to hit up Drake like, yo, Drake, could I play this? Like, at that point, whatever y'all been saying about what Kendrick said is like, I'm definitely compromised, right? So, I've always said this, and Drake knows this too. This is personal. If Drake tells me something, if the info came from him,
that nigga lying like a bitch. If Drake tell that nigga something, he gonna tell the world.
Sworn to secrecy. Because I wouldn't have never known if he didn't tell me, which now it's how much does he trust me? How much am I a real nigga to him? That's different. Now, if I go out and get it independently, I got to do my job.
Yeah.
That's kind of like our understanding. If if Drake told me right now, yo, album coming out, I can't tell people because you're no good as a man or a friend at that point. Now, granted, if I fucking, infiltrate the Republic system and some A&R or executive gives me a date or two and I say it, fuck with Drake and everything, but I'm doing my job. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm like, anything he tells me directly, I think it's betrayal if I bring it to the net. But if I get it without him, I think I'm doing my job. So for example, if people might think Drake sends me songs. Drake never sent me no songs for this album.
Why are you not getting powerful erections even after taking an ED medication? It comes down to how arousal really works. Stimulation starts in the brain, where signals are sent through the nervous.
What I just played, if Drake had sent it to me, you'll never hear it. But we didn't get it that way. You know what I mean? And by the way, it's the same thing that happened with
I even heard a couple joints so far too, right? So,
exactly. It's the same thing that happened with that. What's the name of that song with
I'm only doing 30 minutes on YouTube,
Super
and I'm
Soak
just
song?
live this, clip it,
like,
and let it stay on my
if
YouTube.
Drake had sent it to me like, yo, Act, you fuck with this?
Kick, nigga, and
never play.
Twitch, nigga.
Bro,
that's
where
where
I
that
got
shit
that,
at.
and I got the music video. I remember Drake DM me, he was like, yo, bro, how'd you get
everybody
it?
watching right now, nigga,
and I was just like, I'm not going to give up my source,
30
but
minutes,
I can tell
30
you
minutes on
it's
YouTube,
nothing because you're competent. Because he thought he was hacked.
And
like, it's not because you're
kicked. Follow me.
It's just
FTCD,
some
baby.
people. It's there's a couple other people that would be in the mix. I got it through that.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, all right. He wasn't tripping that I got it. He just wanted to make sure somebody wasn't in his email or something like that. I'm like, yeah. So, fuck it.
Yeah. Can you play it one more time? Just that one part.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
You know what? Don't call me no greatest.
I don't know.
You saying all great makes that an understatement. Fuck them haters, double agents. Even my label gave them 15 years of my soul.
Nah, I can't. How many records have you heard from the album? Or
Drake
you
slid
think
that
is on the
bitch
album?
too.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Drake slid. They waiting on the Ice
say
Man.
anything is on the album. It's on the album. Like what I just played right there. I feel like he's popping it. I feel like that's it. But again, this guy's a really complex guy. This is gonna sound.
I talked to producers who have told me yo, they thought they were gonna be on the album, like an old album from Drake, and then they were supposed to be, but he might switch it and it changes, right? He changes it, right? Like everyone else.
it's gonna sound overly glazed, and it's like, yo, this guy's so pause anal about like really his craft that
nigga, what?
Like I'm hearing a few things, I'm like, oh, this shit fire. Now this is how I need you to be popping up. I'm a huge fan, and I can't definitively say, oh, it's gonna be on it because he might just fucking scratch. Like the dude is like at a different level, so I'm kind of like looking at it. I'm like, obviously, I would love to just
keep glazing.
Think about this, even with
keep glazing. Lick your lips,
For all the records we did here, which is 24 records, what about like the 200 records that didn't make it?
There's a lot.
But it's for every artist. Would you be like,
how the fuck 200 goddamn songs they make it, nigga? Then nigga just be running their mouth. Ain't no way in the fuck this nigga made 200 songs just to drop 24. Nah.
Would you dumpster dive into like a folder of the records that didn't make it? Of course you would. And that's the thing with like even Drake is like I'm liking it, Drake, but I don't know what it's gonna be. I have no idea what it's gonna be.
It might not make it.
It might not make it. It might be a little flipped. I can't say it's on it or not on it.
Scribe is how you stop explaining the same thing over and over. Raise your hand if you.
I don't know.
Did you get told like an actual date that it's supposed to come out, or is there anything concrete?
So me and Drake are not talking about the album.
No.
If like I could read you the last time we talked.
That's cap.
It wasn't about the album.
That's cap.
It's been kind of. I think he gets my vibe, right? We did have one conversation where I think he was like, yo, Ak, you could ask me shit. And I said, no. This time around, I want to take the hands-off approach. And I do think he respected that. For him, he was like, yo, I look at you as kind of like, you're one of the only
like
niggas I talk to. Like, he doesn't fuck with the Elliot Wilson or Joe Budden. So he's like, yo, if Ak says something, everybody's going to say that's facts, right? So he's like, I know you also give your opinion, but like, if you ever feel like you have to over speculate.
And I'm only staying on for 30 minutes today. I'm going to kick. Bitch, I'm going to Twitch. And when you see me on Kick and Twitch, you're going to see Ross up there dancing. You're going to see, I'm going to play this.
Maybach music.
Can I play that right now and I play that?
Maybach music.
Just ask me. And I kind of hit back at him with like, well, here's the interesting part, because this time around, I want to be just a fan. I don't want to be the guy who.
Shout out to everybody watching me. Come on, y'all. Appreciate it.
Oh, I could just text Drake and figure.
I'm only gonna do 30 minutes on here today, but I'm gonna kick and Twitch.
Out what it is. I kind of want to be the fan that's like,
just the new shit.
Yo, this is what I want my favorite artist to do. Then I'm gonna watch what he does. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
And
because you got pretty involved in the battle too, right? So
listen to Act for like 30 minutes while he hate on J. Cole, piggyback off him.
I'm sure you kind of were like, yeah, this time I just want to kind of step away.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's like, I want him to do him. I think he understands at this point. He understands what it means to people like me, to people like you, to his true supporters, to his legacy. I think he, even more than that, what this means to him as a man. And after that, you don't have to you can't treat an artist like a kid. Whatever that has now turned into his brain, we're going to hear a representation musically. You can't be like, no, we need this. You can't tell an artist what to do. You know what I mean? You can't say, nah, you should have used this color.
That's cap. Because if you paying the artist, you can tell him what the fuck to do. The fuck you talking about? That's, bro, you tripping. Nigga, if I'm giving this nigga $100,000 on the label, ain't no way in the hell I'm finna go and have him throw his fucking life away. So you can tell the artist what the fuck to do. Come on, you know that's cap.
It's not a Picasso no more. You get what I'm saying?
That's the way That's the way the worst art is creative, bro.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's exactly what I want art.
Is for him to go back to.
Come on, bro.
Remember when he did Nothing Was the Same? He had the whiteboard out.
You gotta find new commentators, bro. I know he could talk sophisticated and shit, but you can't tell us nothing about how to make no black music. None of that.
It was Wanda. It was Future. It was all those guys. Like, to me, that was some of the best music Drake ever. That's my favorite Drake album.
I bet that is your favorite
So I
Drake
just
album.
looked at it. The last convos we had was about, you know, enjoying times that are special for each other. This was off the cusp of, you know, I think I had posted those screenshots where it was like, yo, damn, Ak, you my right hand. Like, you ain't even tell me happy birthday. And, you know, it wasn't a music. It was about, hey, listen, we've been in this shit for a really long time. We're working hard. We're fucking busting our ass in the 15th year like it was the first, like we never made it. You know, a little bit of him trying to say, Ak, I hope you're enjoying these moments, but also me telling him, I hope you are enjoying these moments because you're him. And those kind of, like, that trading that sentiment wasn't necessarily about like, yo, so what about Iceman? You know what I mean? Which I'm sure he gets all those conversations or questions a lot. So that's what we were talking about.
Probably annoying for him too, right? Yeah. To just always want to talk
Kung
about the album
Kenny
or someone always
I got my
wants
boy
something,
Kung
right?
Fu Kenny up there. Fuck that. You know what I gotta change it to?
And even like, you know, kind of
getting
back
good
to
with this shit.
Cole,
Fuck
like,
all that Kung Fu Kenny shit.
I got life insurance when I was 32. I remember having an uncomfortable conversation with my dad.
Subscribe,
I do think he's gonna do an interview at some point. Clearly, probably not with
you can
Cam,
see that shit though.
Me either, but
this way,
I do wonder what his mentality was and is in kind of figuring out everything that's going on now, where based on in the last 18 months, do you feel the need to kind of go in and kind of like redo the album in a way that answers the questions that are the loudest now? Or are you like so content to say, I made timeless music about a 15-year career that me acquiescing to these people with this new, like, you know, drama, it's gonna like diminish my product? And
yeah,
that's like super important. And I'm kind of watching him to see how he deals with it too. No lie.
Yeah, no, that's because everyone wants to know, like, we need to know this, we need to know that, we need to know this, and he doesn't really need to tell us anything if he doesn't want. But I think the best music you're gonna get from Drake, bro, is if he, you know.
I think Drake already made his best music. Honestly, he been in this shit for a while. I think his best music already been made.
If he actually talks what's going on in his life, right?
No, I think that's good. I think he's gonna do that. I think that's a given.
My fucking shoulders hurt like a bitch, dog.
Big facts.
Yeah, I think 100% that's a given. I guess I look at it in other senses, and, you know, like, you know, again, I'm kind of like almost dragging Cole into this, but it's like, kind of look at it like how I look at Cole, where it's like, how much do you compromise the art for what people want you to say?
Got 5 in this bitch.
Like, people like me have kind of made it where it's like, dog.
Can I play this here?
Maybach music.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Maybach music.
Uh-oh. Hold on real quick, y'all. Uh-oh. Where my boy at? There you go. There you go.
Maybach music.
Fuck what you're talking about. Tell us why you backed out the battle. We think lyrically and as an MC you're a bitch. And those are so heavy narratives that I think there was probably a possibility where Cole was like, yo, I can just deal with these allegations or hammer home my particular persona or whatever versus whatever y'all are saying. And at that point you lose everything. Like, we're not even talking about necessarily hip hop again. We're talking about some other shit. And I think what Cole has done is saying,
man, you know what Cole did? Cole took the easy route out. Cole got scared of that pressure Kenny was putting on them niggas' neck and took the easy route out. So he named his album the perfect album, The Fall Off. Yeah, because you fell off, bro. I don't even want to listen to the shit, and I ain't going to listen to it.
I know the conversation that you guys are clicking on this album for is what did you know? They got this funny thing in like Twitter right now. They'd be like, "Yo, it's like memes of like
Maybach
music, and they're like, what did Kai see in the phone?" Which is like his ex-girlfriend phone. Like, what the fuck
Maybach music.
He's now a sower.
Boy out there.
I think a lot of people in terms of J. Cole was kind of say, well,
when you hear that,
what the hell did
they got a new follower,
J.
a new
Cole Dome
subscriber
in the midst
Somebody
of the battle
just follow me or something
that allowed him to make these decisions? And that's the thing that people are really intrigued by. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it feels like
I'm on Twitch because I'm
like,
only
hey,
gonna
listen,
be on here for like 30 minutes.
I still feel confident I'm gonna talk how I talk, but I don't need to give you explanations on exactly what you want.
Nah, he doesn't need to cater to, because once you start catering to what people want, bro, and you start catering your art to what other people want, that's like a slippery slope as an artist or a creator, right? That's like the last thing that you should do, is try to cater your music or whatever you're making to other people. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is, right?
Yeah, I agree.
It's like that for content, bro, because at a particular point, I felt myself doing that. Like I started, like, because when you do this for a living, bro, right? You obviously want to get views, right? So you're looking at content. So when you first start, you're not thinking about that. You're just making what you want to make. But then after a while, when you got to put food on your table and shit, you know, you got to get views. So I was finding myself going for these topics that I wouldn't normally cover just because I thought they perform well. And those were some of the worst videos I ever made. But I was trying to make things that I thought people wanted and not what I wanted, right? It's the same principle. It's the same principle.
Yeah, what I give J. Cole credit on, you know, I still won't give him credit on like backing out of the battle or apologizing, but like I do give him some credit on.
If you live in Orlando, did you know that you can have permanent teeth in just 24 hours? That's right. Only 24 hours and your new smile is ready. And with affordable payment options, achieving your dream smile has never been easier. Forget waiting.
Being resistant to the herd mentality where he's kind of like bullied to do certain things based on what they're saying, like, which is, hey, we're all saying, you know, fuck this guy or whatever the case is. And he basically says, hey, I'm going to disagree. He seems to be like, all right, I know you all are hating me for whatever, and that's your thought. And I'm a 40-plus-year-old man now. Like, I'm okay if you don't like me.
Did you know that? So Cannabis was one of Cole's favorite rappers. Cannabis dissed J. Cole, and Cannabis apologized. Look it up on YouTube.
Really?
Cannabis. Look up. Cannabis. It's fucking crazy.
Is this before Cole responded?
This wasn't. He didn't respond, but Cannabis waited 48 hours to drop the Cole diss to Cole. It was called J. Clone.
He made a song.
So he's tearing the strip
talking
off
that
Cole,
shit by Kendrick,
and then within
back
48 hours, he got on camera and he was like, "Yo, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to diss you," which is crazy because that was one of Cole's favorite artists. So I'm sure that Cole thought about this Cannabis thing when he made his apology.
Interesting.
If you bring it up, yeah, you could see it.
Interesting.
I'm starting to think that this white dude right here, he a J. Cole fan, and really don't like J. Cole at all.
Cannabis J. Cole apology. No one really know. Not many people know about this. Not many people know about this.
Oh wow, he did a video? Hold on.
Yeah, he did a video.